QVC from Bobby Chez. Out the door, disappeared. When we had the smash burgers originally on the air from Bobby Chez on QVC, out the door, disappeared. This is a chance for you to be one of the first to get in on the newest food that he is bringing to us. Even the full meals that you did for us, out the door, disappeared. Like when they're first on the air, people can't get enough. If you love Italian sausage, we have a choice for you from Bobby Chez, who comes from an Italian heritage. $59.96 is your price. It's M47604. You can do the mild Italian sausage with that classic fennel flavor, or you can also go for the hot sausage if you would want to do that as well. So you're getting a total of 22 to 24 links because of the way that this is done by weight. It's an enormous amount of food, 5 pounds.
It's 5 pounds,
Bobby
right.
Shay's back. How are you, sir?
Hi.
Good to see you.
How are you?
Good. Well, we still have to see more of your today's special value later on in this show.
And when you see Jimmy from Corgis, you tell him I have an apron with my name on it too now.
Nah, that's right. You do. You have your own apron.
I belong to the 365 Club.
I love it. So let's talk a little bit about the Italian sausage, because you yourself come from an Italian heritage. And
I love sausage. I mean, just one of my favorite things to eat, sausage. Why we brought sausage here? Because we felt that the sausage that's here, it's very good, but we could bring you a little bit better sausage where we selected the natural casings for the sausage because it's not as tough as if you were to, use the other casings, which are just random.
Right.
It has an authentic Italian flavor, and the sausage is gluten-free. Now, this is the mild or sweet, but this is, you can taste that.
Okay, I'm gonna go in for this one right here. So this is the mild. Here, wait, actually, can you cut this one in half for me? So I want to make sure I'm able to talk after I take that bite. That was a big bite.
I think I got enough detail anyway.
Thank you so much.
All right.
So this is the mild.
You
know what?
It has a fennel in it.
And that actually has a delicious, rich flavor, but to your point about the casing, it's so delicate on the outside. You barely even notice that there is one there. And then the fennel isn't overpowering. Sometimes when I have a mild Italian sausage, I feel like I'm just eating a piece of fennel. This has a whisper of the flavor without being all about that.
Right.
Delicious. Okay, so that's the mild.
Right, and it's minimally processed, so it gives you a tender, the meat's more tender inside.
Beautiful.
And we just feel this is an excellent sausage, something to bring to QVC for the grilling season because, 4th of July is coming up.
Right.
And I already had hot dogs on earlier, and we had the smash burgers.
But sausage and peppers.
But this is the best. And one of my favorite sandwiches, Jill. I just need to, Jill, I'm calling you Jill.
That's okay. You've been up for like 24 hours straight, honey.
But I mean, if you just get a piece of sausage, okay?
Right.
And you put some peppers and onions in, which, most time you have sausage, you put peppers and onions.
And that's one of the ways you like to do this in your house, right?
Right, but what I like on top of that is then I get some bruschetta, tomato bruschetta salad.
Oh, my word. And put that on with the sausage, with the peppers and the onions?
I just want you to taste a bite.
Sure.
Even though it's...
Is this with the mild or is this with the hot?
This is the mild.
Okay.
Let me just cut it for you because a young lady like you can't handle a big sandwich.
Oh, you're so sweet to
That's
me.
more like a tailgating football sandwich. But here, look at it right here.
Thank you very much.
Try that.
All right. I'm going to go in. So what is it? It's the bruschetta?
The bruschetta, peppers and onions, and the mild sausage. But the bruschetta just adds a little bit to it to make it a little bit different. And
that is delicious and unexpected because you added that bruschetta on the top.
I mean, it's just great. And
oh my gosh.
sausage, I mean, to me, I don't know why I enjoyed sausage my whole life. But even if I go out in the morning to a diner, I won't get the breakfast links or the patties. I'll ask for, if they have some, hot sausage or Italian sausage, mild.
Go for that.
To go with the eggs, yeah.
For breakfast?
Yeah.
So now tell us, now let's talk about the hot sausage. What is this recipe like?
It's the same cuts of meat, the same casings, but you add some hot seasonings to it.
You know what? This is what I like about the hot sausage. There's definitely, you can taste that the two of them are flavored essentially with similar seasonings.
Right.
But the hot just has a bit of an extra kick. It's slow. About 5 seconds in, you just get a little bit of warmth in your mouth, but it's not in the back of the throat. It's not like super hot. It just has a bit more of a kick than the mild does. So it depends on what you like and your heat level and how you like to cook, but I think they're interchangeable.
Yes, I mean, some people like it hot and some people like it not.
And and by the way, the mild, I want to let you know at home, is very popular. And you're getting 5 pounds worth. So if I may ask you, when they get these at home, they put they're frozen, correct?
You get 4 packs.
4 packs.
All individually wrapped, they're all freezer tight. take one out. There's 4 or 5 pieces in a pack.
Okay.
Put the rest in the freezer. Take out what you need. That's all.
And you're good to go.
And you're good to go.
I love this.
Sometimes
with
you
the
know you might
pasta.
have to put it in the refrigerator a couple hours before to bring it down so you can cook it. But if you're in the mood for sausage right away, just put a little pot of boiling water on. Put the sausages in for 10 minutes.
Okay.
When it returns back to boil, leave it on for 5 more minutes. Take it off and throw it on your grill.
Oh my gosh.
That puffs it up. It fully cooks the whole sausage, and then you just get your grill marks and put you get it browns it up on the outside, so you have the sausage in 15 minutes rather than having to wait an hour and a half or 2 hours to defrost everything.
That's a great way to do it. And by the way, I mean, if you're interested in bringing this home, this is brand new from Bobby Chez, and he doesn't bring anything here if it isn't the best, the most delicious, and the finest quality. So to get 5 pounds worth for $59.96. I already said to you before the show, I know exactly what I'm going to use these for. Some people like to call it gravy. I didn't come from an Italian household, so I call it Sunday sauce.
No, it's gravy.
But it cooks. I know it's gravy, but mine cooks for a couple of hours, and I like to put meatballs and like a sweet or a mild Italian sausage in there.
Some people put spare ribs, some people put sausage. Yeah, I mean, it all makes a better gravy.
And that would, would flavor everything up. I love the idea of doing just maybe a classic pasta dish or like a penne arrabbiata or something with the sausage in there.
With the sausage on top. You can make it over here, even open face, sausages and peppers.
Love that.
Over here.
Oh wait, what did you do over here? Did you actually remove it from the casing?
We made pesto pasta.
Okay.
We took it out, and the casings, like I said, they're so thin.
They're so I mean, they're actually delicate. They're so thin.
It comes right off the casing because it's so thin. Look, let me look at that.
Yeah, you can see it right here. So
there's hardly any casing. That's what makes this sausage better than any other sausage.
So if you have a recipe where they say remove the casing and then because I do that sometimes for recipes and I ground it up.
We made a sausage patty here for breakfast, a sandwich.
Oh, look at that. You turned it into a patty. You took it out of the casing and reformed it.
You put a little raw onion on there and some ketchup. That's a heck of a breakfast sandwich.
Love that breakfast sandwich. Over 500 of these have now been ordered. It's one of my picks of the show because, in all honesty, I believe in the deliciousness of the food that Bobby Chez brings to us here at QVC.
Thanks, Sharon.
You're welcome. It's true. You're a man of uncompromising quality. You just won't do it unless it's right.
No, and I want it to be right, and I want it to be, better, and that's what I strive for.
Yeah, and
my mother said to me as a kid, anybody can be second best. I mean, do you remember who won the Kentucky Derby last year? I don't, but you remember the winner. And that's just the way it is. I mean, everybody remembers who won, who was first. Nobody remembers who finished second.
Yeah, and this really, truly is delicious. And I like the size, too, because the size of each of them is really substantial. I mean, it's 5 pounds total, but these are not like your tiny little breakfast links. This is a meal-sized
about 4
sausage.
ounces each.
Yeah. And you know what? You do have the choice. If you want to get both, you could get an order of the mild and you could get an order of the hot. And I want to remind you too, the mild is along the lines of the classic Italian sausage that has the fennel flavor in it, but it's not all about the fennel. You get a little bit of that flavor in there, but you get to taste the other seasonings. You get to taste the texture of the sausage with that super delicate casing that's on the outside, because it's not supposed to be about that. It's about the meat on the inside.
Right.
If you want to go for the hot, the same basic seasonings are going in there, but there's a little extra added warmth that sort of develops after about 5 seconds or so, but it's not hot and spicy. It doesn't burn your throat. It just has extra kick.
Right there.
Yeah, you can actually.
Yeah.
I love that you can see that.
Sausage. It just gives you a little bit,
something extra.
Yeah, a little bit of flame. That's all. A little fire.
It'll give you a little something. So, by the way, what was that you said, Jason? Over 700 of these have now been spoken for, and you have the chance to try something at home that maybe you've never tried before. Maybe you've seen Italian sausage in your supermarket, but you didn't really trust exactly what they had over there.
Yeah, I mean, you have 4th of July coming up, and what better than to put sausage on a grill, get some great Italian rolls, make some fried peppers and onions.
And I love this with the bruschetta idea.
I mean,
you can get that pre-made at the store if you want, the bruschetta topping.
Yeah, but
if you want
it's easy to make, Sharon. I mean,
what do we do? Tomatoes, onions?
It's tomatoes and fresh garlic and basil and onions, a little bit of olive oil, salt and pepper.
It's perfect. And by the way, I do need to let you know, between the two flavors, the mild and the hot, the mild is more popular. But we're going to say hello to Mary Ann, who's calling from Virginia. Mary Ann, you're live on QVC with Mr. Bobby Chez, and my name is Sharon. How are you?
I'm fine.
Hi, Mary Ann.
Good. So, Mary Ann, have you tried any of the other foods that Bobby Chez has brought to us before?
Oh, yes. We get the smash burgers. They're the greatest hamburgers.
Aw.
Thanks.
And the crab cakes. We've been ordering them since he's been on.
Okay.
So this is a new product, and we know how great his other products are, and just got on the phone to order.
Oh, that's so nice.
Thank you so much.
Mary Ann, which was the flavor that you went for?
The hot.
The hot. I think
Yes.
you are going to be so delighted with it because it's just hot enough. It fills your mouth
Right.
with warmth, but you can still taste the sausage.
Yes.
Sounds
You'll
great.
enjoy it, Marianne.
Oh, I'm sure I will.
Thank you,
And keep
Marianne.
up the good work, Bobby.
Thank you
You're
so
doing
much.
great.
I appreciate your business.
Thank you, Marianne. You have a wonderful day.
Love you. Bye-bye.
You too.
Bye-bye. So if you think about it, with 4th of July coming up, all the great grilling holidays and reasons that we're spending time outside, you may have the smashed burgers, you may have the turkey burgers that I know my kids love, you may
Right.
have a bunch of different things that are out there, but if you don't have Italian sausage, this might be your chance to try it and see what your guests think when they come over to your house, because this is the equivalent to me of going to a really good Italian deli that most of us don't have access
No.
to even find something like
Even
this.
where I am is an Italian section, and all the old delis are gone.
Right.
Can't buy the good provolone anymore.
Right.
The prosciutto di Parma. I mean,
Where's it
sausage-
going? Where's
I
it
don't know.
going? We don't know where it's going.
I guess
So-
all the old timers are dying off. I don't know, but
You know what? I think a lot of these things are a lost art to keep crafting things the good old-fashioned way. And by the way, we are busy on the phone lines. I believe over 800 of these have now been spoken for. So like we were talking about with that whole Italian deli idea, you know, anybody can say we're selling Italian sausage, but that doesn't mean they're following any traditional recipes or doing anything special with the casing or the meat or the seasonings on the inside. And that's what Bobby